Your guides aren't going to push you into taking action. They are going to show you the way, and you can reject it because you have free will and do whatever you want and all of that. They don't push the guidance on you. You have to ask. Hey everybody, welcome in. How are you? So thank you for all of your kind comments yesterday with so much crazy energy going around. It does help to know that you're not alone. And so I just want to reach out and say thank you to each and every one of you, especially those of you who are having a tough time or feeling like you're, really going through something. I'll talk a little bit about my own process and what helps me, but when I thought maybe Wednesdays live, for you guys who are on Wednesdays live, I am going to take the next few weeks and really teach you how to meditate. That's a subject that we have not really tackled too strenuously on this channel. We talk about, meditation and manifesting and all of these great things that are powerful tools, but let's learn how to use them. So Wednesday, I'm going to do some meditations with you. I'm just going to teach you a very easy way. So if you're part of that Wednesday group, that's what's going on for Wednesday. Which is today. Oh, jeez. I get so mixed up with days sometimes. Like I've noticed I don't really even pay attention to the calendar lately. I don't know about you, but I haven't really paid attention to the calendar, except for the astrological calendar, which is Uranus goes direct. Yay! That happened yesterday. So that's terrific news. For those of you who felt stuck in the mud since August, good news. Your 111-year-old self. Wow. Trust and act accordingly. I'm definitely going to read you that one. Trust and act accordingly. Listen in stillness. You meet your true self. So, darlings, I feel like the meditation piece is something that I'm getting a little confirmation here that that's what I should be doing right now. I have a good, for those of you who are like, I don't have time to meditate or it's not something I can do, I am busy and I got a monkey brain. So if I can do it, you can do it, okay? And that's the truth. I mean, it's been something I've been told since I was a little kid that would be really beneficial for me. And it's only in the recent years that I've really started implementing a program. So I want to share mine with you. Also, let's see. So let's see what's going on here. Trust and act accordingly. That's the biggest thing for me is that intuition. You may have intuitive hits. You may understand what it feels like to get intuitive hits. But if you think you're getting it wrong all the time, then you're cutting off your guidance. So that's another thing we're going to tackle. The Wednesday and Thursday live sessions are great for those deeper topics. So we're definitely going to tackle that. Trusting your own guidance. All right, so let's see here. All right, 5 of Cups underneath. Strength, 2 of Cups, Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Tower, right in the middle. Life changing. Wow, the World, King of Wands, 3 of Cups, and the Star. Wow. Okay, so this does feel recently, I've been talking a little bit about overwhelm. I've been talking a little bit about, challenging energies, really whipped up energies, trouble sleeping, anxiety, depression, any of those. So I want to urge you, if you have something that works for you or has worked for you in the past, I'm going to urge you to go back to it. Okay. Or at least re-examine what you've done in the past. Sometimes new things are needed. All right. For me, I've seen a lot of Hanged Man in these readings recently, which is so interesting to me because that's the card of surrender. And I am a type A from a family full of executive types and high-powered people and burnout and all of these things. I definitely went through a burnout right before I started this channel. And I was determined for this channel to be something that was life affirming, that was uplifting to me, that made me want to get out of the bed in the morning. And even though I've had my periods of challenging anxiety, dealing with the YouTube algorithm and all that kind of nonsense. I mean, really, it is nonsense because the people who need to see the videos see the videos. Okay? It's just like, I'm going to leave that part to somebody else. I just know I just follow my guidance. So what's worked for me is surrender. And this actually happened just recently where I was just feeling very overwhelmed. And I've heard others talk about this too. So this is not a unique perspective. However, it is my experience that it has worked for me. So that's why I'm sharing this with you. Whatever problem is rolling around in your head, whatever thing you think is freaking you out or is overwhelming to you, my mother used to say to me, give it up to God. And I think I was probably in my 20s before I understood, and actually in my 40s before I really understood what she was talking about. And this is the energy of surrender. You don't have to do this alone. You're not alone. You're never alone. I mean, this is not about kids and dogs going into the bathroom with you, because I know that's a reality. But this is about you always having your spirit guides around you. Archangel Michael is there at the drop of a hat. If you call him in to protect you, to help you, to keep you safe, and to show you the way, he will. You are never alone. And to me, it's sort of like we are experiencing this 3D life, and the challenges that come with it, the density, the heavier density, the more you're ascending, the more challenging I think 3D life gets, because it's not your vibration anymore and you're still here in this body. So why wouldn't it be challenging, right? So I'm going to say to you that in those moments, just give it up. Give it up to God. Let it go. Okay, I can't do this on my own. I need your help. Whatever you want to say. And say a prayer of thanksgiving and gratitude, because it's already happened. It's already, once you say it, your guides aren't going to push you into taking action. They are going to show you the way, and you can reject it because you have free will and do whatever you want and all of that. They don't push the guidance on you. You have to ask. This is why I think meditation is so critical, because this is when you are in your stillness, and the voices of anxiety, fear. I've been saying this for a couple of years. You guys have been asking me, what's the difference between my intuition and fear? The difference is tone. It is shrill. Fear is shrill and physically, you feel like the dump of adrenaline, or you feel like a heart palpitation. You feel the anxiety. You know what that feels like. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. So when you feel those things, it's the thing I'm going to teach you on Wednesday is just like, to get into a deep place of acceptance of the moment. Eckhart Tolle, totally right. Be in the moment. Forget about the past, forget about the future. Those two things, the past, this is the past, okay? So this can be about regrets, or it can be about what's going to happen with this person. Are they going to show up again? All of that like monkey mind stuff that goes on. And also fears about the future. What if I don't get into law school? What if I don't, end up doing this for the rest of my life? What if I don't? What if I don't? What if I don't? Right? All of these things. You can do what you want, whatever you want. It's a lot easier when you have help. So if you're feeling like you're pushing a boulder up a hill, maybe just ask for help, right? Like, okay, I can't do this on my own. I surrender to your guidance. I just let it go. I just surrender. And then sit with that feeling. Some of you may have anxiety around letting something go, but underneath that is a sense of peace that you don't have to do it on your own. You're not alone. I feel like what's going on here is some of you have been struggling on your own, and there is a person coming in, Page of Swords. Now, this is an actual person, but this can also be, see, the lover in this deck, this is the mythic deck, is an angel. So, actually, they can be spiritually coming back to you or spiritually connecting with you. That's not a small thing. I see Leo here with this King of Wands. I see Aquarius. Okay, I'm going to do a reading about Aquarius time. We're going to talk about Aquarius time later today. But this Queen of Pentacles in the Tower, some of you are really believing in your 3D experience as like the only thing and not giving it up, not surrendering. Your 111-year-old self knows better. Your 111-year-old self is saying, the 3D stuff, fleeting, fabrications, right? There, it's, the Matrix and all of that. And I feel like that's what's coming apart here is, globally, I think there's a disturbance in the force globally, and there's the world card for you. There's a disturbance in the force globally, and it's sort of like we are no longer siloed, right? The age of Aquarius, we're all connected. There's Aquarius. The age of Aquarius, we're all connected. So if you think you have to do stuff alone, here's the thing. Energetically now, well, always, but now we're aware of it, that we are all connected. So it's not only your spirit guides, but it's all of us, right? You are my peeps, man. You're my tribe. You're the one, you're why I get out of bed in the morning. So we're connected. You're connected to me. I'm connected to you. We all are helping each other. That's how this is going to work. And it's going to get more and more, I'm going to say intense, but that's not a scary word for me. The intensity of it is just intentionality, right? We're stepping into intentionality. And so I do feel like the action with Uranus going direct, Venus will be going direct later this month. It's going to take a little while until we get to March, that King of Wands energy, and the Three of Cups is the third month. So it's going to take a little while for us to iron this out. But I do feel like the intentionality of surrender is a powerful place to be. I would give that a shot. In the middle of the night last night, I kind of came to terms with, what if I just release my way of looking at everything right now and just allow whatever to come through wants to come through. And that in the readings, when I'm doing the readings, that's really literally maybe during the day, the most open I am to that kind of guidance, the most intentional I am with that kind of guidance. And it's almost like a little island, away from the grocery store, away from people, away from all of that. I'm in this place of pure bliss when I'm doing these readings, but also pure flow. It's just flow. I don't know what I'm going to say when I show up. I have some kind of inklings. I know that there's certain things that are happening for me that I want to talk about, but whatever comes through this reading, sometimes I'll just say one sentence that will resonate with somebody. And so what I'm feeling this morning is that this idea that we are alone, this idea, the solitary tower, right? Or the, up in the ivory tower, or someone who's locked in a kind of a stuck situation, all of that can dissipate with just that one request, right? To Archangel Michael for protection, to your guides and your higher self for awareness, for information, for assistance, and then surrendering to the universe. I mean, you're all on a spiritual path. Surrender to it. And then things will start flowing in, and you make choices based on the things that flow in, and then it leads to some other opportunity, and it becomes more second nature. So I feel that way too about my own days, where when I'm too much of a hard charger like my family, when I dip back into that energy of my family, that's when things kind of go sideways for me. Because it's not about that anymore. It really isn't. So I'm going to, let's see, read you this Trust and Act Accordingly. It's a 30 card. 30 has always been an important number in my life. And then there's the 3 of Cups here. So let's see. How would you act if you absolutely knew the universe had even more in store for you than you could imagine? What would be your next step now? Whatever we think we want typically comes from our small selves. And that's not always in alignment with our divine destiny that's unfolding. Think back to when you've made significant leaps. Where did the support come from? Consider what kind of allies, resources, and even synchronistic opportunities have opened up only after you've acted. The universe is always nudging us forward and revealing itself in our crazy ideas and our perfect nature. Trust. What would I do right now if I fully trusted that I am supported no matter what? What would you do right now? Grab your journal. I'm never going to let go of that. Sorry. Never going to let go. Never going to let go of that. All right. I am going to look at Leo here. Leo and Aquarius, there might be some kind of message for Leo and Aquarius. So let's see where we go. If you are interested in going deeper with me, there's a link below for the reading. If you're part of our Pathfinders group, the rest of the reading starts right now.